President Muhammadu Buhari is meeting with leaders of the Niger Delta under the Pan Niger Delta Development Forum. The meeting is seen as a major step forward towards the resolution of the oil crisis there. Local leaders have been in talks with the Niger Delta's militants. They've made several demands, including an amnesty and a restructuring of where the oil wealth of the region goes. There are just some of the issues expected to come up at the talks. Militant group, the Niger Delta Avengers, have repeatedly targeted oil facilities despite a series of ceasefires. Oil is Nigeria's biggest source of revenue, but millions have been lost due to the attacks. Deji Badmas joins us live in Lagos for more on this. Deji, it's the first time President Buhari will be meeting with the Niger Delta leaders since the government initiated dialogue in June. What are some of the demands the leaders are expected to make to the president?
Well, key among the demands the leaders have actually made is that they want a greater share of the oil resources coming from that region. It has been a long demand. They also have been asking that the oil wells, that the people of the Niger Delta region should become part owners of the oil well in that region, because what we've seen over the years is that a substantial amount of the oil wells are owned by people outside the region. So the leaders want to see their people now involved in the ownership of these oil wells. They're also demanding infrastructural development. And one of the biggest infrastructural development they're asking for is a university in that region. And that university was actually set up by President Goodluck Jonathan. That's the process now was begun by President Goodluck Jonathan. But when this government came on board, it stopped further construction of that university. So the leaders have said they would want that university. It's known as the Nigerian Maritime University now, that they want that university the construction now to continue, and that the university should begin academic activities. So these are, some of the key demands that we expect the leaders to be making before the president.
And Deji, the Niger Delta Avengers have threatened to step up attacks on oil facilities should the government pursue a military campaign which is ongoing. Is the government likely to pull back military presence from that region?
Well, we know that one of the demands as elders of the Niger Delta, or leaders of the Niger Delta region, had always made is that the government pulls back the military from that region. But of course, the government has not done that. We expect that will come up. What we would see would probably be a scaling down of the military presence in the Niger Delta region. But I do not think the government will pull back the military from that region, because the government has maintained that it needs to maintain security in that region. It needs, for instance, to guard the pipelines running across, carrying oil now across that region. Of course, that demand would be made, but I do not see the government now pulling back the military. But there might be some scaling down of the military presence and activities there. But in terms of pulling out the military altogether, I don't think that will happen. And I think, well, the leaders of the Niger Delta region and the government will probably strike some kind of understanding. But definitely, I think we're going to see some kind of scaling down now.
All right, Deji Badmas, live for us in Lagos. Thank you.